Hi everybody, Elisa here from Llama and Rabbit Crochet, and today this is just a little video, let you know what's been going on and what I've been working on. Now, first of all, I don't have that blue blanket I was working on to show you because I already gifted it to my neighbor, but let me scooch over and I will put a photo of the blanket here while I'm talking. So that blanket, I really liked how it came out, but if you're designing something, I don't recommend designing a blanket in that stitch unless you're very prepared for that stitch. I really liked it, but I had trouble getting the size right because it was very stretchy stitch, and the size that I started with wasn't the size I got as I got farther into it, because it seemed like it took a few rows before it was really a consistent width. But that's okay, it came out beautiful. It was 30 something inch, 36 inches by 40, something like that. And I love the way it came out, border and everything. It just, everything came together very well. The only thing is with the border, when you were trying to put that border on, you can't put a single crochet in every stitch. You have to decrease it to keep the stitch together, because the V waffle stitch, it's like the regular waffle stitch, how it brings it in, because you're doing those front post double crochets, and so you have to make sure you either throw some decreases in there or don't put one single crochet for every stitch, because that'll puff it out, because single crochet is going to be wider than double crochet that's front post double crochet. Anyway, moving on, let me show you what else I've been up to. So I told you my goal was to finish 3 blankets by the end of the month. And then I told you that I changed it, that I wanted to finish some shawls instead, because I wanted to make sure I was ahead on Christmas gifts and finish at least 1 blanket. And I did finish that baby blanket, and I was very close. That color work blanket, not color work, the colorful blanket that I made in the Premiere and Bloom, I'm very close to finishing it, and I'll probably be back on in a couple of days to show you, because I'm so excited the way that's coming out. But I was able to get the white border on all the strips, and 5 of the 10 strips are sewed together, and I sewed them together yesterday, so I just have to sew the other 5 together today, and then I have to put a border on it, and then that will be done. And it's just so colorful and pretty, and I am so excited, and it's very comfortable. And a lot of the stuff I'm making, I told you I'm trying to make shawls, so I'm ready for Christmas, and scarves that'll be ready for Christmas, so this way I'm not scrambling to make a million gifts for everyone come November. So, but that colorful blanket will be mine, because I really like that yarn and I just want to curl up under it. So one of the things I finished so far, besides that blanket, is a pocket shawl, and I showed this to you before, and this is with Vanish's Choice. I don't remember the name of it, I forgot to check again, but it is a purple Vanish Choice in C2C, and then has the pockets, and I took everyone's advice and I made it a little bit longer, so it's good for someone that's taller than me but not too tall, so hopefully it'll work for someone maybe a few inches than me and shorter, and I can just think about who I give it to. But let me show you how it came out. What do you think? Oh, and there are still ends are hanging off. I have not sewed in any of my ends, so I am trying to get a lot of projects done, but I am not sewing ends back in. Let me see, why is my dog barking? I have no idea. There is nobody outside. She is just barking for absolutely no reason. That's okay. So I have all the ends still. I'll be back in a second. I'm back, and let me just show you the shawl a little more. And it's very warm. It'd be perfect for like a porch night. Put it right over you, keep you warm. Which is funny that I'm wearing this, because I'm one of those crocheters that I don't care how hot it is. I'm crocheting blankets, I'm crocheting shawls, I'm crocheting scarves. I do crochet more summer things too, but I don't care what the weather is. It could be a major heat warning out and I will still crochet a blanket and sit there with my bottle of water because that is how dedicated I am to my craft. But that's okay. So this is the pocket shawl and I have not weaved in ends yet because I'm going to leave that till later. Speaking of weaving in ends, I had a new discovery as I'm working on that project with the blanket with Premier and Bloom. So I always thought I hated weaving in ends, and it's not that I like weaving in ends, but I don't like sewing the blanket together. I'll weave in ends, but I don't like sewing the blanket together, which is okay. I'll do it, no problem. But I used to do whip stitch, but lately I've been doing mattress stitch and I regret it every time. And it's okay, it's coming out beautifully. I'm getting the hang of it. It's a little bit better on this project, but I do have another one I'm working on with Everyday DK. And that one is so pretty. I'm so excited to finish that one, except I really slowed down on that one because I have like 144 blocks I have to sew on and it's getting very monotonous. So hopefully I'll get that one done eventually. Maybe I need to just do like 3 blocks a day, but doing that mattress stitch is just very time consuming and I don't know why it just feels slower to me. I don't know why. Thinking about now, I'm pretty sure it's called mattress stitch, not 100%, so I should probably look that up before I post this. Okay, the next thing I made, and I hope it comes through with this light, but this is another shawl. Let's see if it's picking up on the dark colors. So look at that sparkle. This is the yarn I think I showed you last time. It is the Cakes Glitz. And this is something I designed for Ice and they put on their site. And it is another shawl. Let's see. Show it to you up close. And I do have a picture where I have it displayed and wearing it so I can show you. So this is another gift and I am very excited to give this one because this yarn is beautiful. Now we're just going to choose like a blues and purples, and I don't know why at the last minute I switched to this like purple yarn and I'm so glad I did. So the sparkle is beautiful, but when you add in that fade of color, it's just amazing. Oh, and side note on this yarn, right after I showed this, I got an email from Yarn Hag Ryan and she showed me, so roll with it, roll it up. Oh, I cannot remember the name of it, but there's a yarn, roll it up, roll, whatever the red heart yarn is, it's roll something. They have one that looks exactly like this. So if you're looking for this yarn and you don't buy from Ice, check out the red heart yarn and I'll see if I can find the name and put it down here. It's in my email. But we always think it's interesting because there's a lot of yarns that Ice has that you can find another brand in the US and it looks almost identical. But there's that. So I did also get some yarn that I am going to be using. I think I'm going to try to make a blanket with it. I have an idea in my head, but let's see if it comes out. But it's Premier Basic Stitch. And my colors are mint green. Well, it's a mint green looking color, but it's called Frost. And then I have Prism. I really like mint green. Mint green's my favorite color, but I also like pastels. Don't mind the string already twirled on because I was playing with it already. But I'm working on something with this, I think. The idea in my head comes to fruition, we'll see. But Basic Stitch is a 4-weight yarn. It's anti-pilling, 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 185 yards, 170 meters, machine washable and dryable, 100% acrylic. It's 5mm knitting needles and a 5mm crochet hook. And these are the two colors I'm using. So I'm hoping for that one because I have a really cool idea and I hope that one comes out. So I do also have one other project I'm working on. It's not done yet, but Pamela's doing crochet, you're killing me. Every time you show something you're making, I feel like I have to stop and make it. I almost made your shawl with Shawl in a ball because I don't usually use that yarn and I don't even know why, but I have one ball of shawl in the ball. And I was like, I'm going to make that. I'm going to make one more shawl, get one more shawl done before the end of the month. But I stopped myself. I did not do it because I need to finish that pastel blanket, the Premier and Bloom blanket. So, which is good because I got the white done within 2 days. I got the white done on all 10 strips. And I got my ends weaved in, so, well, the ends from the white strips and the colors weaved in. I just have to put the other 5 strips on and then sew those ends in and put a border on. But I need to get that done. But then I do also have another one that I started because Pamela had this really beautiful scarf on. She was showing she was making for her siblings. And I had said something about, like, I really need to be prepared. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to start this project. So what I do with this one sits by my kitchen table, and when I have my coffee in the morning, I do 10 rows of this. Except I've missed the past couple days because it's just, you know, I have kids, things happen. But I'm very excited for this. So this is normally done with touch of alpaca, and I have a lot of touch of alpaca, but I wanted to save that because I eventually want to make a cardigan out of it. So I'm using touch of cashmere. And it feels soft. So I might have showed this already. I feel like I did, but this is my progress on this, and it is just, it feels so nice. I like this yarn a lot. Okay, so I think that's everything I have today, but I will be back as soon as I finish that other blanket, and I am working on other things. I have a stocking pattern I need to finish. I need to write up the pattern and find a pattern tester, and I have some blankets that I need to finish and maybe get a pattern tester for. There's something else I feel like I needed to get tested. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I have a whole list. I have way too many patterns working at one time, but some of them I ran out of yarn and I have to, I need one ball of a couple things, and I'm not gonna do a whole order for one ball, but I will figure that out and how to finish it. And yeah, anyway, just comment down below and let me know how you're doing and what's on your hook. Have a great day, and don't forget to like and subscribe.